So, there's a message here about one thing that I'm really kind of focused on is we have the Page of Pentacles here, and on the opposite side of the Nine of Swords, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So there's like an upgrade going on financially. Maybe a promotion or a new business venture, a new opportunity to invest financially. But at the beginning of the month, we see something come in like rapidly, some type of news that comes in rather quickly, and it leaves you in a situation where you have to make a decision. And I feel that this decision is financially based, okay? There's some communication, can be coming from a younger individual. Maybe it's something involving your child. Can be someone of an air sign. So that would be a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. But I feel like whatever this is, honestly, it's more career based, because ultimately what you'd like to do is you want to set up some strong foundation so that you can build your nest egg. You want more financial security. But the thing is, this graduation from the Page of Pentacles to the Knight is saying that this month you're concerned about money, you're concerned about finances, you're concerned about how maybe you're going to handle this new promotion or this new job. Perhaps you're concerned it may be too overwhelming or too much for you, or you're afraid that you're not going to perform well. Or maybe that you're even just worried about getting it. Or maybe you're worried that you need more money coming in. But the message here is this month you're going to be learning, not only graduating by getting some kind of promotion or new opportunity, but you're also going to be learning how to better invest and wisely invest. Not just financially, but your time, your resources, your energy. And ultimately, the cards are saying, look, you're so worried about making this decision about whether or not you should move into a new position or whether or not you should take a chance. But you're the magician. And the magician holds all the cards. You know, he holds all the power. The lesson with the magician, if you think about the tarot as a story, you know, the Fool comes to the magician and he says, how do you do your magic? He was very impressed with the magician and watching him perform. And the magician said, well, you can perform magic. What do you have in that pack of yours that you're carrying around? So the Fool pulls out what he has, and it's the four, basically the four different elements that are presented in the tarot deck. So we have the cup, we have the pentacle, we have the sword, and we have the wand. And he says to the Fool, you have everything you need to perform what magic you want. But he doesn't teach the Fool how to perform magic. It's something the Fool needs to learn on his own. So basically this is a reminder that, look, you may be a little apprehensive, you may be nervous, you may be anxious, but you have everything at your disposal. You are capable, you are skilled enough, you are talented enough, and you will overcome whatever it is you're worried about overcoming, because at the end of the day, I mean, we have a graduation here from the Page to the Knight to the King. So this month, financially, you're going to see a big boost, okay? And maybe you're a little afraid how you're going to handle that, or how you're going to invest that, or how you're going to invest your time or your resources so that you can make the most of this financial gain. There is a warning here with the Devil card being the overall energy to, first of all, not get caught up in bad negative thoughts or belief patterns, okay? but also a message of be smart with your money, be wise, try to plan some long-term investments. Don't just go out and spend frivolously because it's the holidays, or don't go out and buy that new surround sound that you've been wanting because suddenly you have money. Like, really think about, how can I make this money multiply? Because that's what the King of Pentacles does. He's the kind of king that he knows he can take a penny and turn it into 2 nickels, he's always looking at how he can better invest. So when you get this financial gain, this opportunity, try to see how you can multiply it. Maybe even invest in something with a good return rate. Think about, long term, what are my goals? Do I want to buy a home? Do I want to pay off my car? Do I want to pay off my medical debt? Like, those are the kinds of things that long term you want to look at rectifying, correcting, or investing in, so that you have more security and stability, like the King of Pentacles. And that's where we see this graduation. The Fool here is all about this new beginning. It's a new cycle for you. It's a new beginning financially. So, and it's coming in like the beginning of the month. Somebody's going to be offering you something. So look out for that. And, don't be afraid to take the leap. Have faith in yourself. Some of you may feel bound to a situation, maybe a job, or you feel obligated to a certain person. And it's about this month breaking those ties, because maybe you're afraid that without that job or without that person, you're going to struggle financially. But what you're going to see is this month, you're going to realize, hey, I can do this. I'm not going to struggle. I can make it. I'm more than capable of making it. I want to look at this 9 of Swords in the center to see what this is about. Well, maybe you're concerned about a partner because you're wanting to share the wealth, or you're wanting to share this, but you're worried that they may be the ones spending frivolously. Okay. So this is just going to take you acting as the magician and taking control of your finances and of your resources, and not allowing someone else to tell you what you can and should do. And that goes with a boss or anyone, really. This is something that you should be celebrating and enjoying, because it's something you're going to love. It's something that's going to work for your benefit. Don't be your own worst enemy in this situation and get tied down by thinking negatively or being too, I want to say, self-conscious, or not having enough faith in your own self and your abilities, because that's the only thing that can hinder this from coming in for you. Let's look at the Devil card. As we see here, we have something new that's coming in, okay? That's going to bring a lot of joy, a lot of satisfaction, something worth celebrating. And the Devil here, this is a card about limitations. It's a card about toxic environments. It's a card about feeling bound and chained and confined, okay? So basically, this is you confining yourself because you don't have the confidence in yourself to do what it is you need to do or want to do, so that you can actually enjoy and celebrate this new venture or this new beginning for you. There's something else here with these 3 cards that says, again, don't invest unwisely. Take this new opportunity and don't be too cocky or arrogant about it and spend foolishly or take it frivolously, because that would be the bad decision to make, okay? That would be the wrong decision to make. So that's what I have for your general reading, Scorpio. I'm going to move into the singles reading for the month of December. Okay, so a card flew out. Ace of Pentacles. Nice. Okay, we have the Chariot, the Eight of Rods, Knight of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Hanged Man, Three of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. The bottom of the deck, the Seven of Pentacles. So for single Scorpios, there's something here about leaving something behind in order to gain something new. There's a promise here of a new relationship, okay? But there's something that needs to be sacrificed in order for you to have the relationship that you ultimately want. It can be that you're presently considering a particular person or a certain partner, but there's a lot of ups and downs, and maybe they're in and out of your life, and there's someone that's not really present. And there's something about needing to release that person in order to have the kind of romantic relationship and intimacy that it is that you truly want. Let's see what else is here. There's just this big thing about moving forward, charging forward. New love on the horizon. New love is on the horizon. But I feel that you're kind of anxious. Like, you want what you want. And you're kind of, I don't want to say upset, but impatient. You're just impatient about it. You want it. It's causing some anxiety, maybe even. For some of you, it's like you're interested in somebody at work, but you need to let that go because there's a new partner coming in for you, and there's this partner that they're different than the kind of person that you've dated in the past, okay? It's like a new beginning. I almost feel like you have to release a part of yourself that doesn't serve you and isn't really healthy for you. It can be, just even a lack of self-confidence. And it can be that for some of you, I'm picking up, you like to have control in a relationship. But this partner that's coming in for you, you need to learn how to collaborate and work together in a partnership, because this person's really going to be healthy for you and beneficial for you. But you're going to have to do things differently than the way you've done them in the past, in past relationships. Okay? So there's this with the Hierophant here in the center, there's like this higher learning. You've been through these past situations. You should be graduated because you've learned from these mistakes. And I don't want to even call them mistakes. They're just lessons, these past relationships that have been lessons. But now you're moving on from that, and the new person will be coming in. And this is going to be a partnership where you can work together in a very healthy way. So with the Seven of Pentacles is the overall energy here. It's really talking about, look, you've evaluated your past, the decisions you've made, how you've invested yourself in relationships, and how others have invested in you. And you can see this man has a new pentacle at his feet, and he's deciding to invest it differently, to do something different. So this really tells me it's going to be a partner unlike someone you've had before in the past. Okay, you're not going to go for the same kind of character or maybe looks or even social or economic status. Maybe someone that you wouldn't typically date. But they're coming in for you. I want to look at the Eight of Rods. Eight of Rods, at the top here, this card typically, well, traditionally in the tarot represented new love coming in quickly and unexpectedly. And I want to say for some of you, this can be, again, I'm picking up an air sign. So this could be, you know, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, see, somebody's coming in. You may have felt emotionally lacking, or your romantic life hasn't been very healthy, meaning that either you haven't completely dealt with a past situation that you need to get over. Like I said in the beginning of the reading, you need to be done with it so that this new person can come in. Or this can say that you've been without a relationship for some time and you're just feeling like, you know, where's love? Is it ever going to happen? Is it for me? You know, but we have the young woman, which can represent a potential partner, or it can represent yourself. A young woman who is attractive and is found attractive, coming in, and it's love. I want to look at the Ace of Pentacles. This is the new beginning, a new relationship. The Ace of Pentacles always represents something new that materializes in our external environment. So new relationships, money, jobs, home. But since this is a relationship based reading, this says to me a new relationship. Yes. So this new relationship comes about when you let go of something that I feel like this was a past relationship or a situation that affected your home life, or it's from, you know, with a home, this is a structure. This is like a strong foundation. So it's something that may have rocked your foundation, or you're strongly questioning your ability to maintain or have a relationship. But then there's a message coming for you. There's a message that helps you understand that you are deserving of love and you do deserve a relationship, but also that it's okay to let go of whatever this was. You have to move on from this sorrow in order to receive this. And again, with the House, this represents like strong stability in a relationship. And on the Ace of Pentacles with the Messenger, this is telling me that this message that's coming in may be coming from someone that is close to your home or close to your home environment. Maybe a friend of a friend, or a friend of a sibling or a relative that this relationship may be with. But you need to get past this space in order to have that. Okay? That's what I have for you, single Scorpios. I'm going to move on to the coupled Scorpios. Alrighty. We have the Six of Swords, the Two of Swords, Seven of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, King of Swords, the Lovers, wow, the Hermit, oh my goodness, and the High Priestess. People. Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Well, I want to say first and foremost, this is a general reading for a public audience. So this may not resonate with you. I tend to believe that whatever messages come through, they're for those who need them the most. But if you are interested in a private reading, I'd be happy to look into your specific situation. And like I said, you can visit my website for that. Just putting it out there. But you know what I'm seeing here in this spread, there's a couple here where I feel like the man or the male figure in this relationship is kind of cold and he's distancing himself. Because there's a lack of trust for the partner. And the woman or the female part in this relationship is really considering leaving this relationship and moving on because they feel like emotionally it's very up and down. You know, it's like this guy can be a nice guy when he wants to be, but then there's another part of him where he's cold and calculating and distant and kind of like hits below the belt a lot. So between these two, we see, let me get my pen here. Between these two, they're both feeling very stabbed in the back and hurt by one another because there is a lack of communication in this relationship. Now, because the female is coming up as the Nine of Pentacles, this is telling me this person is already emotionally distanced themselves, okay? Because this is a single woman. And she knows that she has a decision to make. That's what the Lover's card is all about. When the Fool meets the woman on his journey in the story of the tarot, he falls in love with this woman, but he realizes that he still needs to carry on in his journey and discover what it is he initially sent out to discover. So he has a choice to make between staying put with the woman or continuing on his path. So this card is a big card about decisions. It's almost like either I stay put where I'm at and limit myself and my life experience to this relationship, or I move on and discover what my true purpose is or my true destined partner is. Do I settle or do I continue down the road to see what's around the corner? And that's where she's at. But mentally, she's kind of checked out. Like she's already on the boat, you know, she's ready to set sail. But there's something here between these two that before she decides to go, there's like a impasse or there's like a decision that needs to be made. And neither of them, honestly, it's kind of like emotionally she's already checked out, but she hasn't left. Maybe because she's worried about finances, because this is the Nine of Pentacles. Maybe she's worried about being able to make it on her own. So it's like they're both knowing that they have this decision to make in their relationship, but they're not neither one of them is willing to make it for their own selfish reasons, you know. I feel like this man, he's very codependent, but he doesn't he doesn't want to come across as that, so he's kind of cold and calculating. The Hermit here is saying to both of these parties, you need to look at yourself and check in with yourself and ask yourself, what have I done to contribute to this? But also, now that it's all said and done, what is it that I need to do in order to move on from this? Because you see, we have the Two of Swords here and the Hermit here. And if we look at this triangle, it's like, look, the Hermit's it's guidance. It's saying, make this decision. Ask yourself what really works for you. Is this working? It's obviously not. So now you need to be accountable for you and make the best decision for you. And the High Priestess is here with the Hermit. And the High Priestess underneath the King of Swords is saying, you got some stuff that you're learning through this situation, through this relationship, but you're not focusing on that and you're not seeing it for what it is. Like, basically, this relationship, I feel, has been very karmic, and there is valuable love lessons and life lessons to be learned from this. But instead of focusing on seeing the positive of it, this king is still confused. He's still first of all, he's kind of negative. But he's still like, well, I don't understand why this happened. This isn't my fault. This is their fault. Why are they acting this way? I'm only reacting. No, you're acting too. Both of you have a part in this. And you're working on making it work. But at the end of the day, between the two of you, it's like there's some finality to this relationship and you both know it. But you gotta make that decision and let it go. Okay? So we'll pull some clarifying cards here. I want to look at the Six of Swords to check on the female and see where she's at as far as her decision regarding leaving this relationship. Yeah. She's saying, we can't get along. We can't cooperate. I tried to befriend you in this relationship. I tried to be there for you. It's just not panning out. So we're going to need to have a conversation and end this relationship. Like I said, she's on the boat. She's ready to go. But there's something, and I feel it's like, personal reasons why she hasn't left yet, something like maybe money, maybe financially. She's like, I got to save my money before I can leave. Let's look at the Hermit. So the Hermit here is saying that initially when this relationship began, you may have thought you were in love, but really you were young. Maybe you were young, you were naive, or you had selfish reasons for getting involved in this relationship. And the reunion card just talks about a relationship coming together. It doesn't necessarily mean a reunion. It can. So for some of you, this can be a partner that you had in the past and you reunited. But for others of you, this is just the partnering of a couple. And then we have joyfulness. So ultimately what it's saying here is on the Hermit, and this Hermit is asking you to be introspective and reflect and make the right decision based on what you know is right for you. Saying here that maybe you got into this relationship for the wrong reasons. Okay, you got into this relationship for the wrong reasons, or they got in this relationship for the wrong reasons. And now it's time for you to focus on what makes you happy, what brings you joy. And that's what you need to do to make this decision.